Oh, Happy New Year. It's been a while. Welcome to our lecture series. I am going to be teaching my book. I'm going to be teaching my mother tongue for 7 days. That's my New Year gift. Guess what? It's still about Ununozędo, Kevbę, Ebonozędo. Ununozędo, Kevbę, Ebonozędo. First of all, special condolence to Chimamanda Ngozi, a renowned author. May the soul of his son rest in peace. I was just about to start my lecture series and I saw the shout out, the notification on social media. May his soul rest in peace. I don't know how old the child is. I don't know anything about her son, but I just saw it and I was really touched. I know what it is as a mother. May God console her. May God console Chimamanda. Yeah, so I am going to be talking about my book. Yes, all our references, all our illustrations will be coming from this book, but bear it in mind that I'll just be picking an aspect of the book to talk about and all that. I am going to tell you a very short story about Edo indigenous people. Yes, Edo people have a monarchical kingdom headed by the Oba of Benin. Edo language is the mother tongue spoken by the Benin/Edo ethnic southern minority group in Benin Kingdom, Edo State, precisely, Nigeria, West Africa. It is our first language. English language is our second language, and it is also our lingua franca because we were colonized by the British. In this book, Zoa Yusuf did some expose on Edo language, bearing in mind the beautiful cultural values, beliefs, and traditions of the indigenous people. The book actually cuts across the vowels. Yeah, Edo language has vowels. Don't be surprised. The vowels, the consonants, diacritics as they affect the pronunciations, and syllables of Edo language words. That diacritic is a major topic in Edo language. There is no way you teach Edo language, or there's no way you learn Edo language without knowing the meaning of diacritics, how it affects pronunciation of words, names. That same diacritic plays a very big role in the pronunciation and the meaning. Yeah, I'm going to give illustrations when we get there. So at the end of the day, we also talked about, yes, we said how they affect pronunciations and syllables of Edo language through words. Also, the circumstances surrounding our names, adjectives, poems, short stories, comprehension, and writing a research paper in Edo language were all covered in this book. So I'll quickly just touch base with the diacritic, or I could touch base with the vowels. Like if you have met me in a book launch in any part of the world, either in Dubai, Paris, Amsterdam, US, different states in US, and different provinces in Canada, I keep letting people know that Edo vowels are 7 in number, but technically they are 5 letters. They are 5 letters because 2 letters appear twice. That's why Edo language is 7 in number. So if you bear it in mind and remember that Edo language vowels, they are 7 in number, then the consonants are 8 in numbers. Our Edo consonants, they appear in 2 letters. Yes, not like the English consonants where you just have K, H. No, Edo is where you have B, B, Bo. So those B, B, Bo, B, the B is 2 letters, GB. The Ha is KH. You know, those are the consonants. But for the vowels, the letter O and letter E appear twice. So the letter O that appear twice, one is without diacritic and then one is with diacritic. That vowel O or vowel E that has diacritic, both letters appear twice. O is in 2 places. E is in 2 places in the vowel. We also have letter I as a vowel. But don't forget, letter I that is written in the English language as I, in pronunciation is pronounced as I. That I that is pronounced as I in English, we pronounce it as E, as in Ikbomusa. Ikbomusa. So if you write Edo language the way you pronounce it, you're going to do the wrong thing. So, Ikbomusa spelling is IKP OMWOSA. Ikbomusa. Okay? But writing it down, you are starting it with letter I. So, then I will come back now to the 2 vowels that are very tricky. We can do the other vowels. The last vowel is letter U. That letter U is pronounced as U, as in Uswanlele. It's pronounced as U, as in Uswanlele. You know. So, in most cases, people who want to pronounce Uswanlele, they will say Uswanlele. Yes. That's the last vowel in Edo language, is letter U. Okay? So the 2 vowels that are very complicating, that really hinders pronunciations and affects the meaning. Once you miss where you're supposed to put the diacritic, it changes the entire meaning, it changes the entire pronunciation. So you have letter E. Letter E appear twice. The first letter E has no diacritic, the second one has a diacritic. The first letter E that is not having a diacritic, you pronounce it as A, as in Eho. Eho is a 3-letter word, E-H-O, Eho. Meanwhile, if you want to write Eho down, if you don't know how to write Edo language, you're going to be writing letter A. No, it's letter E without diacritic that is pronounced as A, as in Eho. Erabo. Erabo is a family name. Pronunciation is Erabo, but it actually starts with E-R-H-A-B-O-R, Erabo. Okay, now, the other letter E that has diacritic, the closest example that you will always remember is Edo. E-D-O, Edo. Yeah, E-D-O, Edo. That E-D-O, Edo, it is saying huh. It means that is the E that has diacritic. And that big word diacritic is just this small dot that you see here. That is the diacritic. And that is what changed the pronunciation of this letter E to Edo. Edo. Good. So now, I have given you an example of Edo. There are other names and words that actually starts with letter E with diacritic. Yes, like Ebon. Ebon is a name in Edo. Okay? Like Ebon is a name. Like Ede. All those names you hear, it starts with letter E with diacritic. Even when you see some Omosede, the E that says Se has a letter E, O-M-O. Remember, the Omo both have diacritics. So now the two letter E one has diacritic, one has no diacritic. Then the letter O, there's another complicated vowel. That letter O one has diacritic and one has no diacritic. The one that has diacritic, that very one that has diacritic, is the one that is pronounced as O. The one without diacritic is pronounced as O. As in when you say Osazoa, Osaze, Osasikeme, Osagona, Osarenhoi, Osarene, they are all O, no diacritic. Whereas the second letter O has a diacritic. And that second letter O that has a diacritic is actually pronounced as O. The closest example that you can use to remember that letter O that has diacritic has to be pronounced as O. The closest is for you to pronounce Oba. Oba Tokbe is a. So end of the day, O-B-A is pronounced as Oba. If you dare remove the diacritic, you're going to be pronouncing Oba. Oba. That's where the diacritics play a special interference in the pronunciations and meaning of Edo language. Do not forget these two vowels are very, very dicey and difficult to learn, either in the reading or writing or listening of Edo language. If you want to succeed in learning Edo language, you have to really study the vowels. Study the vowels so that when you are given a comprehension exercise to read in Edo language, take notes of the diacritics or the subdots. And remember that Edo language does not have diacritic at the top of the letter. The diacritic comes up at the bottom. So don't make the mistake to put your diacritic at the top. Then you are writing Yoruba language or French. But if you put the diacritic at the bottom, that way you are reading the Edo language. Don't forget, it's only two vowels, two letters that have diacritic. Yes, we have only two diacritics in Edo language. Letter O, letter E. And that's Oba. All other names that is pronounced as O must come with diacritic. Omomo. Omomo has three diacritics, all the three O's. O-M-O, M-O, Omomo has three diacritics. You have as in Omorodion, Omorodion, Ogbowodo. All those all names, it means that the letter O that starts the spelling of the name, either family name or a word, should be pronounced as O. Thank you very much. Today is the beginning of my lecture series. Remember to subscribe and follow us so you can have free lectures on how to read and write and pronounce Edo language. Thank you very much.